If you're going to achieve your target score on IELTS, you need to understand what the test is looking for and what your answer should sound like. In this video, this is exactly what we will do. We'll take a look at part 1 questions on the topic of bags and compare the answers from band 5 to band 9. Let's get the ball rolling.
So this is a popular set of questions on part 1, and the first question is, do you like bags? And the answer for band 5 would sound somewhat like that. Oh, I love bags. I love them. Not only bags are useful, but also bags are beautiful. I buy many bags because I love them. As you can see, the problem here is a lack of paraphrase. The task taker repeats the same words, love, love, even though there are lots of opportunities to paraphrase love. You can say, I'm crazy about bags, or I'm fond of bags, or I adore bags. And once again, the word bags itself, the more specific you are, the higher your score for vocabulary is, because usually the more specific you are, the higher level of vocabulary you need to use. So of course, instead of mentioning just a bag, you can use a saddlebag, a hobo bag, a satchel, or a backpack, a clutch, a briefcase, a tote bag, a rollerboard, or a rolling suitcase, a fanny pack or a belt bag, a waist bag, or a crossbody bag. So let's take a look at another answer, and this one would be an answer for band 6. So do you like bags? And the answer for band 6 would be, frankly speaking, I'm crazy about bags and I have a lot of them. When I see a stylish bag, I'm likely to buy it even if it costs too much. So here, it's a little bit better. You have to like in the question, which is paraphrased in the answer as I am crazy about bags. So here you can already see that the test taker shows a wider range of vocabulary and an ability to paraphrase. But here again, look, the test taker misses an opportunity to use a very good idiomatic expression, which would mean exactly the same, to cost too much, and that's to cost a fortune or to cost an arm and a leg. Now let's take a look at another answer for band 7. I appreciate bags in all sizes, but these days, when I'm rushing to work, I find myself reaching for either a clutch or a mini. You know, the smaller the better. I do this mostly for ease and sometimes because they are more eye-catching. Here we have way more interesting vocabulary. First, the task taker doesn't repeat the same words bag. It's a clutch, you have a mini, and you have some very interesting adjectives, eye-catching. And in addition to this, there is a grammar structure, the smaller, the better, double comparison. Here we have an answer for band 8. I'm one of those people who have a soft spot for bags. Oftentimes, it's a stunning clutch with sequins that gives this extra something I need to pull the look together. I have at least a dozen mini bags to match virtually every outfit I own, and some of these bags cost a fortune. So here is your idiomatic expression, to cost a fortune, which we covered before. And we have some more idiomatic expressions, and this one in particular, to have a soft spot for something very useful on speaking, which means that you like something very strongly. It can be used for persons or for objects. Here we also have some higher level adjectives. Stunning, right? Which means very impressive or attractive. And we have the word sequins, which are these shiny discs, which are usually sewn onto clothing or on bags for decoration. And another expression that we have is to pull the look together. Goes very well here in this particular content. It means to bring together items which create a particular look. To match an outfit, again, to make it harmonious, usually by color. To cost a fortune, we have already covered this idiom, a very good idiomatic expression, and you can make use of it in the speaking part. And the last answer that we have to this question is a Band 9 answer, and it would go like this. As a head of design for a prominent fashion brand, I consider my outfit incomplete without a stylish bag to complement it. For this reason, I'm constantly on the lookout for new wristlets or flap bags or decorative handbags. Just the other day, I walked into a luxury designer resale boutique and my eye was caught by a vintage handbag in the signature monogram canvas and vachetta leather trim. This vintage handbag in the signature monogram was in excellent condition and it had just minor wear around the corners and on the handles, and if it hadn't cost a fortune, I would have definitely bought it and it would have found its own place in my vast collection. So here, as you can see, the task taker uses a very wide range of vocabulary as well as grammar structures. Here there is a conditional sentence. If it hadn't cost a fortune, I would have bought it, or it would have definitely found its place in my closet. For the adjective, you have prominent, right, instead of famous, not just famous fashion brand, but prominent fashion brand. You have to be on the lookout for something, which means to be searching for something. Again, instead of bags, the task taker uses wristlets or flap bags, decorative handbags. Sometimes when you just have an easy noun, you can just add an adjective to it to show a wider range of the vocabulary. We have resale boutique, which is just a second-hand store. It's a boutique that deals in used goods. Vachetta is a type of leather, and wear, in this case, here you have it had only minor wear, or you can also say it had only minor signs of wear. And wear here means damage or deterioration, which is sustained from continuous use, and you usually cannot prevent this from happening. Now let's take a look at the next question, and that is, what type of bags do you like? Band 5 answer. I like all kind of bags. My favorite bag is a handbag with flowers. I can put a lot of stuff in it and it's comfortable, so I like it. Again, here we have lots of repetition and not a very wide range of vocabulary. There is the verb like is used in the question, and then in the answer it's repeated again. And the word favorite, bag, well, at least there is handbag, but bag, comfortable, like it, all very easy B1 vocabulary. So for band 6, the answer would sound like, my all-time favorite is a leather tote bag. It's not only roomy, but also dependable. The only tote bag I have was given to me 4 years ago, but it still looks like new. So much better. And here you have a better grammar structure. It's not only roomy, but also dependable. Yet, what can we do to turn this answer into a band 7 response? How can we change this answer into a band 7 response? So first of all, especially when you have structures like not only but also, try to use inversion, and there will be a separate video on the use of inversion. So instead of saying it's not only roomy but also dependable, try to say not only is it roomy but also dependable. Secondly, try to improve coherence, especially when you are expanding the idea or developing your ideas or adding additional information. So we have here, not only is it roomy, but also dependable. By this, I mean that the bag is big enough to fit a laptop and is made of sturdy material to last me a long time. Thirdly, try to use a wider range of tenses and try to add idiomatic expressions. Idiomatic expressions would definitely improve your score for vocabulary. So, for example, I have had my leather tote bag for 4 years and it's still as good as new. This is the type of bags I like and I'm ready to invest in. Let's move on to the next question. What type of bags do you like? And the next response would be for band 7 already. This is basically the answer that we created, a little bit modified. To be honest, it doesn't matter to me what bag to carry, as long as it's roomy and dependable. By this I mean that I should be able to fit a laptop and a bag should be made of sturdy material to last me a long time. For example, I have had my leather tote bag for 4 years and it's still as good as new. This is the type of bags I like and I'm ready to invest in. So here we have as long as, which means provided that or on condition that. And we have more advanced vocabulary. We have sturdy, which means strong and unlikely to break. And we have as good as new, meaning in a perfect condition. Now let's take a look at band 8 answer. When a new bag is in order, I'm likely to go with something versatile and chic. Currently, I'm all about a slouchy tote from Oak Plus Ford. It features an embossed vegan leather finish with top handles for easy carrying, while the interior pockets hide everything you could possibly want to stash. I think the bag suits best with black flared jeans, but it could also be combined with a dress to create a powerful yet fashionable outfit. So here you have a wide range of vocabulary and several very interesting structures. So first of all, to be in order, which means to be suitable for a certain occasion. For instance, or you can, for example, you can say, if your bag is starting to fall apart, this is a clear sign a new bag is in order, meaning that definitely you need to buy a new bag when your old bag is starting to fall apart. A new bag is in order no matter the occasion. Another adjective which is used here, versatile, meaning it's able to be adapted to many different functions and activities. It's a very good property of a bag for it to be versatile. Chic, meaning stylish and fashionable. Slouchy, which is usually not rigid in shape and soft and relatively unstructured. Embossed, decorated usually with a design that stands out in relief. To stash, meaning to store. Flared jeans, these are the jeans which have a shape that widens towards the bottom. So they are wider at the bottom than at the top. Finally, let's take a look at the band 9 answer. So as a new mom, I currently favor bags that are roomy enough to pack everything I need to deal with, whatever life with a tot throws my way, from incomprehensible freakouts to sudden hunger pangs to, well, sometimes poopy diapers. In other words, my ideal bag is a trusty pouch with many compartments that slings over my shoulder and clips easily onto the stroller. Ideally, it should also feature a changing pad, an insulated bottle holder, and even a bassinet. So, as you can see, the more specific you are in your description, the more less common vocabulary you need to use, and definitely the better your response is and the higher score you're likely to receive on the speaking part as well as on any other part, of course. Incomprehensible, meaning impossible to understand, is a very good adjective. Again, C2 vocabulary. Freakouts, here you have referring to children. It's usually a wildly irrational behavior of children. hunger pains. It's usually the pain that you feel when your stomach is empty and it starts contracting. Now let's move on to the next question. Do you have different bags for different occasions? And the band 5 answer would sound like that. Yes, I do. I prefer a big, what do you call it? Well, a big travel bag when I travel. But when I go to school, I usually take a backpack. There are many ways to refer to a travel bag. You can use a duffel bag, a wheeled travel bag, a rollerboard, or a rolling suitcase. These terms are interchangeable and they refer to the same type of suitcase on wheels. A gym bag and a travel backpack or a camping backpack. Now let's move on to band 6 answer. Sure thing. If I travel, I need a roomy bag to put all my belongings in. However, if I go to school, a small backpack is big enough for me to put in all my stuff. So here you have already adjectives added to nouns. It's not just backpack, it's a small backpack and a roomy bag, not just bag. Band 7 answer would sound like that. I most certainly do. When traveling or going on a fishing trip, I am likely to choose a duffel bag with one zipped opening, 2 handles, and a shoulder strap. Not only is it roomy enough to pack for a 3-day trip, but it's also satisfying to use and most importantly, machine washable. Versatile as it is, a duffel bag is not the best choice for a cocktail party. This is when I prefer clutches and wristlets. Once again, the more specific vocabulary you use, the more detailed your description is, the better your answer. Here, once again, we see the use of inversion. Not only is it roomy enough to pack for a 3-day trip, but also satisfying. So not only is it roomy, but also satisfying. We have a wide range of adjectives to refer to bags, to describe bags. Machine washable, versatile. And then you have ways to describe the bag. The bag that has a zipped opening, right? The bag has 2 handles. It has a shoulder strap. So you refer to different parts of the bag, which of course a person with basic knowledge of the language would not be able to name. And the word bag itself is paraphrased. We have clutches, wristlets, and a duffel bag. And here a cocktail party would refer to usually a party at which cocktails are served. It can also be called sometimes cocktail reception. Here we have an answer which would be suitable for band 8. Do you have different bags for different occasions? And the answer would be, I most certainly do. If I have to schlep my laptops, canvas totes, or crossbody pouch, reigns supreme. However, a sparkly, tasseled, fluffy, or otherwise slightly impractical clutch or a wristlet is a go-to choice if I go out to catch up with friends in a nearby cafe. So here you have to schlep, which is a much less common word than simply to carry, and it means basically the same, but to carry something heavy or awkward. And to reign supreme means to be the most important thing at a particular time. And what you see here in the picture is a tassel. A band 9 answer to this question would be even more developed. For example, since I'm a mother of twins who just turned 1 last month, the only bag that suits my needs is a diaper bag. This is the bag I carry all the time, for any occasion. If my baby and I hit the road without it, I will slam on the brakes and make a U-turn just so that I can head back home and retrieve it. Consider it a security blanket for parents. If not for this bag, it would be at times beyond my powers to deal with every incomprehensible situation life with a baby can throw at you. We have a good expression here, security blanket, which usually refers to something that provides someone with a feeling of safety and comfort, especially when they are in a situation which worries them or which they find pretty difficult. Now let's move on to the next question. What do you put in your bag? Pencils, phone, and other stuff. I carry a lot in my bags. They are messy inside. This is a good enough answer for Band 5. And messy, of course, means untidy and dirty here. A Band 6 answer would be more detailed. I put pencils, phone, and chewing gum. I love chewing gum, so I always have some in my bag. And I always have my keys in my bag. And I also carry some other items like a laptop, books, and t-shirts. So you see, it's a little bit chaotic, lacking cohesive devices, still a bit better than the previous answer. This is a much better Band 7 response. It largely depends on the occasion. If I'm stepping outdoors for a midday walk, I don't really need more than my keys, my wallet, and a hand sanitizer. But on a daily basis, though, I need to lug a laptop around. And to lug something around means to carry it, especially if you are referring to a heavy item which is difficult to carry. Now let's take a look at a Band 9 answer. As you will see, the more less common vocabulary you use, the more specific your description is, the higher is your score. So here we go here. Well, being a mom and always having twins in tow, I fill my bag to the brim with baby staples. Yet, the must-haves I need to pack depend not only on my destination but also on the weather and actually how long I'll be out and about for. For instance, if I'm going out for a quick outing, I am sure to take a couple of diapers, a travel-size diaper rash cream, or a barrier ointment and a nursing cover. However, if I'm going to be out from sun up till sundown, chances are I will pack extra onesies, a burp cloth, a sippy cup, pacifiers, a security blanket, as well as medicine and maybe some extra care items. Here we have a very good word, a staple, which refers to a main product or a very important product. As you can see, like a person who doesn't have a very well-developed vocabulary would simply say, I take a lot of products which are important for mothers who have newborn babies, instead of saying, I take baby staples. Now, to be out and about means to be away from home, going multiple places or doing things. An outing is usually a trip, and it's usually a short trip, the one that lasts usually a day or even less, and it's usually taken for pleasure. Care items, or you can also use care products, they refer to personal care products which are applied to skin, to hair, to lips, and other external parts of the body. So now let's move to one more question. Do you usually carry a bag when you go out? Band 5 answer. Not always. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just put my things in my jeans. Sometimes I take a bag. It's usually a big bag. Once again, you can see the sentences are short. The vocabulary usually repeats the vocabulary in the question, and then once again the vocabulary is repeated throughout the answer. Bag, 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 sometimes, sometimes, sometimes. Let's move on to Band 6 answer. Rarely. Most of the time, I can put all my things in my pockets and go without a bag. It's better like this. Band 7. I rarely do, as all the items I may need, I mean a phone and a credit card, they easily fit in my roomy pockets. You see, I rarely wear anything other than jeans, and all my jeans feature extra deep front pockets and secure back pockets with a flap that keep my phone tucked in securely and comfortably. Band 8. If I go out, I do carry a bag, be it a clutch or a backpack or a drawstring bag. I think I do it more out of habit rather than out of need. I'm simply so used to carrying a bag around that I feel like a fish out of water without it. It's for a reason they say that habit is a second nature. Here you have very good idiomatic expressions, and it would be perfect if you remember it and use it in your speech. To feel like a fish out of water meaning to feel uncomfortable and really ill at ease. And here you have a picture of a drawstring bag. So it's usually a bag with a string, and when you draw the string, you can close the bag. And a band 9 answer. So for me, a bag is more than just a utilitarian receptacle for taxing around my essentials. It's a necessary accessory to my everyday look. It goes everywhere with me, serving as a safe haven that is sturdy enough to carry all I need for an outing and fashionable enough to complement my outfit. I can't imagine going out to a casual or formal evening looking all classy and stylish with my phone, cash, or hairbrush falling out of my hands, making me look unkempt, disorganized, and simply a laughingstock. For this reason, you are unlikely to spot me outdoors without a small crossbody made of vegan leather, a canvas tote, or a saddlebag in dark burgundy color. Here we have unkempt, meaning untidy. A laughingstock, once again, a very good idiomatic expression which refers to someone who seems stupid or silly. And canvas refers to a strong, coarse cloth. And the next question is, when you are buying a bag, what factors do you consider? Band 5. I prefer big bags that are made of good material and can be used for a very, very long time. Design and color is also important to me. I choose something colorful and stylish. Band 6. When I need a bag, I look for something that is not only comfortable but also attractive. For that reason, I particularly like bags that are colorful and keep my hands free. For example, backpacks or crossbody bags. Band 7. What I do pay attention to first is the size of a bag. Ideally, it should be roomy enough without looking bulky or weighing me down. Moreover, it should be made of durable materials and last me at least a couple of years. Last but not least, even though I put comfort and versatility first, a bag should suit my outfit and make me look professional. So here, the first sentence, take a look at the first sentence. There is a very good structure which is called fronting, and we will make a separate video on that because this structure is highly important both for speaking and for writing for those who are aiming at a band score of 8 or 9. What I do pay attention to first is the size of a bag, or what I do pay attention to is the size of a bag. Band 8. Before plunking down my hard-earned cash for a bag, I ponder upon quite a few things. First, I think about my routine and the situations the bag might land up in. Will my bag be forced to the floor, or will it rest on the seat of a car? Will it be thrown in a file drawer or displaced on or near the desk as a style statement? Moreover, a bag should accentuate my assets. For example, round and slouchy bags suit the tall and thin. And since I'm neither, and I'm rather curvy, rectangular or sleek bags are a better choice for me. So to ponder here means to think, and sleek means graceful or finely contoured. Band 9. For me, a bag must endure stretching, stuffing, dropping, and normal tear and wear. For this reason, what I pay attention to the most is the material and the quality of craftsmanship. I do check the stitching, seams, and buttons, and the material of the handle. As far as material goes, I have an objection to real leather and usually opt for man-made leather substitutes or synthetic materials. Luckily, since I live in a warm climate, I have the choice of canvas fabric, raffia, straw, bamboo, you name it. So to endure means to last, to remain in existence, meaning that if you stretch your bag, it doesn't get deformed, it still keeps its shape. Normal tear and wear, we have discussed it before. It refers to the damage which is usually unavoidable as a result of normal use. Stitching refers to a line or lines of thread, and raffia is a type of a palm tree.
Thank you for watching, and remember, perseverance is the key to your IELTS success. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next video, in which we will cover the answers to another set of IELTS questions. Till next time, this was your IELTS course.